What's up, Juventini? Welcome back to the AJC, your channel dedicated to La Vecchia Signora. All right, and it's match day. It's Genoa, it's Juve, and hey, it's not Serie without some drama, right? A lot of talks about delay, a fire in the VAR room. Right now, haven't heard anything about this game being delayed at this point in time, all right? But hey, that's Serie for you, all right? Now we got everybody jumping in here already. Wing of Winter, let's go. Juve Cornercast, let's get the win. Ciao, ciao, Christy. Forza Juve. Alex P in here. So, yes, a fire in the VAR room. Hey, you know what? That'll probably be to our benefit too. Yeah, they look for any reason, maybe that's a good omen, any reason to take away a goal from Juve. So hopefully if we do finally break the bus and crack the bus down, which I hope we will today, it doesn't get called back. Let's go, Lucas, Alberto, let's go. Let's end this 0-0 nonsense. I agree. Let's go. Now, as far as the lineup, hey, we talked about it on the preview show. Motta, was he kidding? Was he messing around with the press? He wasn't messing around. There's your starting 11 as expected. You've got Perin in goal. You're going to have Danilo, and he is the captain. You've got Bremer, Kalulu, Rohi getting his debut in competitive action for Juventus, Fagioli, McKennie, and of course, Miners will make up your midfield. Gonzalez, Yildiz, Vlahovic. And it was rumored and shaped in most graphics that this is going to play out as a 4-3-3. Could very well play out as a standard flat 3 midfield. Miners is being listed as being on the left side, McKennie on the right side. Fagioli, he was asked, there was a couple brief interviews before this game. I'm going to pull up Fagioli's. He just talked about trying to get into the lineup and how it's going, and he simply said, this year there are many of us in the midfield. We are fighting for a place. The coach plays whoever is most convincing during the week. As far as his positioning goes, during the week, Motta had me in front of the defense, and I'll be playing there today. So there you have it. As far as Motta's words go, he said he has faith in Danilo, asked about Danilo. As in all players, when a team like ours fails to score, the criticism is right. We're solid. We only conceded one goal that could have been avoided. We've always done very well against open opponents, in difficulty with those who defended well. We must create situations in the penalty area against all types of opponents. Yes, get it done. Rohi, Cambiaso did well, as did Cabal, even though the Colombian is more of a center back. Jonas has done well since a retreat. I saw him great in training, and I'm sure he'll give a great performance today. Those are the words of our coach, Thiago Motta, all right? So let's see. And Alex P saying, damn, was hoping to see Fagioli playing a little more forward. I'd agree. We talked about this in decent length this morning on the preview show and saying I would have him as one of those Metsalas, box-to-box, a little bit more advanced and play someone else at the base role. I thought this was a great game to get Thuram reintroduced and played, but nonetheless, Motta makes his decisions, and it probably does have to do with Thuram just getting back into the fold. And maybe Motta, and again, we're so new to Thiago Motta, maybe that's how he acts with guys that come back and aren't in 100% fitness. Maybe he is gun shy, and this will be something that we learn to know about Thiago Motta as time goes on. It's still very, very fresh, very new to us, so we have to figure out his tendencies. Right now, there has been surprises almost every match. I'd say with maybe 2 that weren't carrying any surprises in the lineup. But some, like I said, thought he was kidding around with the press, and I said didn't seem like he was joking to me. I think the joke was that they didn't expect it, and Motta knew he's already got it set up. So there you go. He's backed it. And no Luis in the lineup. Christy Millie saying, I feel bad for Luis. It's difficult to really feel bad because we just don't know. So for me, it's just bizarre. It's strange. Because like I said to this morning, his cameos have been great. It's just that Empoli performance that was bad. So what is going on? Is it the physical conditioning? Is he not adapting well? Is he not understanding Motta's ideas, what he wants happening in there? I'm not sure. I think I have full faith in Luis' abilities, his qualities. I just don't know what the deal is there. I have no idea, but it's hard to really feel bad. So let's see. Anish, welcome. Let's go, Juve. Absolutely, let's go. Let's get the job done. And again, still waiting on any word. It's been a wild one around this Genoa-Juve match. You've got fans, no fans, closed doors. All of a sudden, you got VAR room on fire. Like, I don't know what the hell's going on, all right? I just need this game to happen, to go down, and us to get the victory. Predictions. Get your predictions in. Again, from the morning show, let me take a look at what the squad had. I can't quite remember. Omer's got 2-1. Trim went 1-0. I think Trim's been on a 1-0 the past 3 games straight. I could be mistaken, but yeah, old habits die hard. Lucci went 2-0. I actually also went 1-0. I think it's going to be a tight game. My tiebreakers were Cope Miners scoring his first for Juventus, and between the 28th and 35th minute. How's that for precision on a prediction? Imagine I hit that. Might have to be worth a kit if I actually get that, okay? So it doesn't have to be final score or anything, but like if Cope Miners actually scores the first one for his Juve account, and it's between 28th and 35th minute, maybe we should give a kit away this live show. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat here. Let's go. Let's go. Anish is dropping his prediction 2-0 Juventus. Christian Mili's going 2-0. Tony Roast Beef 3-0. Genoa 2 from Coney de Winter, 1 from Meretti. Tony Roast Beef, you know exactly where I'm going to tell you to go. All right. Ain't having that. Not today. Not today. The Serie feed has now popped over to the match. Is it raining over there? Do we got a rainy day there? The ball's absolutely soaked, so we could be in for a wet one. That'll make this match even more interesting. Trying to break down the bus and in slick conditions. Let's see. We got another prediction coming in here. Andrew Juve 2-0. Vlahovic brace. We need a Vlahovic goal. Yes, we do need Vlahovic to get rolling, but it's not just him. We talked about it in great depth on the preview show. It's everything. It's the team. It's Malta as well. Get them all firing. Get them to share an understanding. But for me, the biggest thing is positioning, especially out of the midfield. I don't want to see Cope Miners hugging sidelines. Get him in the center of the pitch, in and around the area where he can actually do damage. He does us, and he doesn't offer enough threat to our opponents from the sideline. Get him in the middle of the park, further up, so he can actually create problems. And I'd be also inclined to say, get him coming off the right side as opposed to the left side. I understand you have Kenan Yildiz there, and they might want to be working that situation, but Nico's no slouch, and Cope Miners for me is better when he's just central and to the right, coming onto his strong foot, the left side, for striking. That's what I would do. Hey, I could be on my own, but it is what it is. Let's see. Let's see what happens. We're looking at the locker room. Lads are all getting ready. Might be a little bit of delay for rain as well now. Like I said, Serie A, you never know what you're going to get. As far as the other score lines, well, the Snakes pulled it off, everybody. They were down for a period when we were live earlier, all right, but they got the job done 3-2 against Udinese. So that puts them now at 11 points through 6 matches. Juve, obviously, with a victory today, has the potential to go to 12 points and take over top of the league, waiting for the results of Napoli's match as well as Torino's 6 match. But and also, of course, Empoli's 6 match, as they are on 9 points as well. Empoli, a little bit of a kickstart this season. So there's where we are in the standings. 9 points through 5 games. Opportunity to take over top of the league until those other teams play. The other game later on today, we'll see Bologna face Atalanta. And then Torino will face Lazio tomorrow. Empoli will be playing Fiorentina. All very difficult matches for them to get results. Napoli will be hosting Monza, and it's expected they will get the 3 points there. So, yeah. But again, you got to play them all out. So let's see what happens. Dan, rolling in here. What is up? Great to see you in here. Great to see all of you in here. Please drop a like while you're here. Again, for those just jumping on, starting lineup is right there as follows. And no surprises from Motta, and he did essentially lay it right out in the presser. Perin, Danilo, Bremer, Kalulu, Rohi, Fagioli, McKennie, Gonzalez, Cope Miners, Ildiz, and Vlahovic. We see the benches filling with the players there, still waiting for the starting 11s to make their way out onto the pitch. We see Genoa getting ready in the tunnel there. Look at Meretti. Looks like we're going to see Meretti out there. He does get the start for our opponents. Golini in goal. Coney de Winter, we're familiar with him as well. Bani, Vasquez, that's your 3 center backs. Zanoli, Frendra, Badel, and Meretti, and Ahanor. That's a terrible name. It's a nightmare. I'm not even going to pretend like I know it. He's on the outside. Pinamonti, Vitinha, mostly as expected, other than Honest and Meretti out there. But 3-5-2, and that means the bus, everybody. Hashtag smash that bus today. Let's go. Oh, Juve coming out in those new third kit track jackets, looking like they're going to the ski lodge for the weekend. Look at those bad boys. Rate those jackets on a scale of 1 to 10. If they had them in the gold highlights like the kits, I would absolutely love these things, but they're not. They're still like a 7 for me. 7.5. Like, they're not bad by any means. They're still pretty good, but I would prefer with a gold. So let's give them a 7, 7.5 for me. If it was gold, it'd be like a 9, 9.5. Closer and closer to kickoff, everybody. Let's go. Giardino. Remember his classic celly? Yeah, Andrew Juve coming in here. No fans of fire. Yeah. Closed door match. Fire in the VAR room. A little bit of a delay because of rain as well. It's just welcome to Serie. Or, as Alex P puts it, right there. We get the Serie anthem right now, then we'll get the handshakes, and then we'll get to the action, everybody. But I will tell you, the excuses have left the building. Facing Genoa away from home, no fans in the stadium, pretty much wipes out home field advantage. This is neutral. Time to get it done. Let's go. Motta and Giardino, the handshakes, the photo. Remember Giardino's celly when he used to score? He'd play the violin. Remember that one? Man, not bad for a celly, but it wasn't great. Wasn't my favorite celly. So because I wasn't really a big fan of the celly, I was never really a big Giardino fan. But he came up with that beautiful pass to Del Piero in the 2006 World Cup against Germany that sealed Italy into the finals. That was probably the highlight for Giardino and me supporting him in any way, shape, or form. Uh-oh. The Americans struggling with Paramount, not working. That's a problem. Yes, no fans. Being played behind closed doors. So for those of you who don't know why, Genoa had a derby match in the Coppa versus Sampdoria. There was clashes, and this is now what's happened. Closed door match. That's what's going on. All right, Alex B, enjoy the match. Let's go. Let's get this victory. Danilo and Bade will take the coin toss here. Get the handshakes out of the way, and then let's get to business here. The pleasantries are over. Time for business. Man, they can't even figure out the handshakes and the photos here. Unreal. Ah, Rickowski on the way back home. Amazing trip shared with all of us in the AJC members chat. Fantastic. Safe travels, amigo. And hopefully a victory today for all of us. Looking over the lineups again. That's what's up on the graphics. I'll pull ours up right there for you, for anybody just tuning in. Pedin, Danilo, Bremer, Kalulu, Rohi, Fagioli, McKennie, Gonzalez, Cope Miners, Yildiz, Vlahovic. These are the ones called upon by Thiago Motta, and it's time to get the job done. Let's get ready here. Come on. Waiting for the ref to blow the whistle. No more delays. Rock and roll. And there we go. We got kickoff, everybody. Genoa launching this one, route 1. Roy decides not to shield it, plays it in the area, pops this one over to the right side for Danilo. I don't even think he can catch it. And he doesn't, so it's going to be a throw in there. Well, get those first early touches out of the way there for Rohit. Carried that one into the area. Flipped one aggressively over for Danilo that he can't catch. Genoa with the throw in deep in Juve's territory. Juve in their shell right now. As Genoa knock it around the perimeter. Here's Coni De Vinter on it for Genoa. Back for Bani. He's going to go all the way back for Golini. Pressure coming. Keeping him honest. Here's pressure from Rohi pushing up. Very far forward. Bremer. Giving the business there to Vitinha. Good work there. Vitinha's hands are going to be full with Bremer. Bremer's been an absolute monster this season. He's on the ball right now for Juventus. Back for Kalulu. He's got Danilo to his right. Plays it over to him. Oh my God, Danilo misses the ball and has it out. Luckily touched a Genoa player, so it'll be our throw-in. Actually goes off Miretti. Jeez, let's go. Sharpen up here. Come on. Kalulu back to Danilo. Oh, very, very weak ball as he's trying to put one over the top. Genoa tries to work it out in the middle. McKennie just carries it into his own player, Fagioli. We lose it. Vitinha coming back now onto the outside. They're trying to set up a cross. And Roy does very well. Shuts it down. Yildiz picks the ball up. Tries to dribble his way out. And ends up losing it for a throw into Genoa. Deep. A little bit of a shaky start. Got to get the wheels rolling here. Oh, there's a through ball for Vitinha. He's got a little bit of space on Bremer. Cuts in. And Bremer shuts it down. It does go out. It's going to be a corner kick for Genoa. But yeah, just shaky start. Some questionable decisions early on in carrying the ball rather than releasing it and passing it around. Corner kick here. Miretti set to take it for Genoa. Here it comes. That's actually a good delivery. Headed right back out. And now for a throw-in. That was Bremer on the clearance there. Miretti's going to leave it. 3 minutes, 12 seconds into this game. Genoa on the front foot. Back for Coni De Vinter. Bani, back to De Vinter. Pressure coming from Juventus, always pushing him back. It goes all the way back to Golini. Genoa going to look to set. And Juve just manning up right now. Into the middle. Colt Miner's applying a lot of pressure. Back to Golini. He's got to sweep it out to his right side. Now they're trying to put the squeeze on. Rui moves up forward. Bremer doing the work against Vitinha, but Genoa finds a little bit of space. Moretti keeps it in. Now it's big switch field here. Genoa running at Juve. Danilo. And he gets a foul. Foul call there on Danilo on the challenge. On honest Ananor. And this is in a good spot. Jerry B. Nasty, what is up? Great to see you in here. Perin setting up his wall. This is, again, in a very dangerous spot. It looks like Miretti is setting up over this one. Five minutes in here. Whistle goes. Miretti. Here's his run up. Here's the hit. And it hits the wall. Back to Honest there. Goes back. And all the way back to Golini. Excuse me. Long ball forward. Rohi attacking that one. Vlahovic now. Inside. Fagioli. Colt Miners. And back out to Kalulu. Now over to Bremer. Over to Rohi. And Rui. Oh, that's a very, very strong ball forward for McKennie. It goes well beyond the goal line. Way too much weight on it there from Rui. Vasquez will restart here for Genoa. Back for Golini here. Now out the other side. Bani scanning. Going inside. It's going to go all the way back to Golini again. No real pressure. No press. Just a light application there. McKennie trying to watch his man. They just have this out. Can they keep it in? No. But we pounce on it. They actually end up calling it out on the sideline. It will be a throw-in. Genoa was unable to keep it in play when Danilo pounced on it. So a Juventus throw. And had in quickly. Fagioli's on it for Juve. Slides it across for Bremer. Side for Colt Miners. Outside to Yildiz. Inside for Rohi, but again, the weight's just not right. But that's good. Something we needed to do more, and that's that overlapping run on the outside and keep those defenders honest. We see it there. Yildiz and Rui just not able to connect, unfortunately. Genoa restarts here from the goal kick. Launch forward. Kalulu doesn't win that. Headed forward by Bremer and then back towards him. Yildiz coming back in to try and collect this one. Doing battle against two players. Gets called for a foul. So gets his arms up on Vitinha. All right, Vitinha, you're a big dude. Get up. Let's go. You'll be fine. You'll be just fine. Josh, I couldn't agree more. Vibe is so different to watch without a crowd. It's literally like the nerves are kind of gone for me. You don't get that, like, I don't know, like it feels so bland, right? Like there's scenarios that would make you more nervous if you were hearing a crowd get antsy or get excited, right? It's just very, very flat right now. Yildiz with a bad touch there. Coney de Winter ends up collecting, going back to Golini now. Genoa going to work it out the left flank. Kalulu challenges that. Juve ends up winning it. Bremer having it back to Perin, and Juve will regroup. Perin now, forward for Fagioli. He turns, scans immediately. Now slots it over to Kalulu. Over to Danilo. Back to Kalulu. Over to Bremer. Bremer now. Over to Danilo. Nico Gonzalez. Back to Danilo. Not a lot of movement right now. Everybody's pretty stagnant. Bremer tries to fire one in there. It's cut out. But now does the battle. Wins it with Vitinha. We try to carry it forward. It's Cope Miners over to Vlahovic. Cope Miners settles this one down. Now Danilo up for Nico Gonzalez. Trying to beat his man and doesn't get the better of Vasquez there. Good pressure. Good pressure from Juve. In the area of Vlahovic. Ends up losing it. Genoa regroups, but that's okay. Fagioli collects a loose ball in the middle of the park. One touch to Bremer, and now Fagioli gets it. And he's scanning up the pitch. He wants options. Not a lot of movement happening. Ruhi collects. Up to Yildiz. Back to Ruhi. Over to Bremer. Stay wide, Ruhi. Offer that. Ruhi now. Eats it. Was looking, thinking about McKennie, but eats it. And look at that. Cope Miners does find himself on the right side. McKennie more on the left. Something I wanted to see. Here's Fagioli. Over to Danilo. Very congested. Got to move the ball quicker. Got to have options. Come on. Bremer. To Ruhi. Very slow from Juventus. Very slow. Trying to look up the pitch. Find some options. Nothing doing. Cope Miners back to Danilo. Kalulu missing this one, but that's okay. No threat. Over to Bremer. It's got to be quicker, but we need a little more flair. We need a little more ideas. Here's a long ball from Bremer looking for Yildiz. It's headed out. It's going to be a throw in deep in Genoa's territory. Yildiz is actually going to leave it. This is another thing, too. Even though it's just a throw-in, you got McKennie with one guy on him in the area there. Have it in there quick. Like, just try to get a jump on teams rather than just letting them set up all the time in every single scenario. Fagioli. Over to Bremer. He's going to go all the way back to Kalulu. It definitely has preseason vibes here. No crowd. Very, very slow game. Here's Bremer. Over to Yildiz. Yildiz has some space. Rui is ahead. Keeping his defender on. Here into Fagioli. And now spreading out to the other side. Gonzalez could take his man on. Into Fagioli. There's a hit and it's blocked. I'm fine with that. That's better. Absolutely fine with mids getting in the center of the pitch and having shots. What did I talk about that we didn't do against Empoli, against Roma, even against Napoli? Get into the middle of the pitch around the area. Have some shots. That's a promising sign. Let's go. Keep working it around. Yildiz there. No foul. It's off his touch. Zanoli lets it go. It's going to be a throw into Genoa. Hey, appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Andrew Juve, also Wing of Winter. Appreciate it. Love doing this. So the fact you guys enjoy makes me happy. But what'll make me really happy? A goal. Come on, Juve. Let's go. Kalulu swings it out forward. Danilo carries it forward. Over the half line now on the right flank. Scans, goes back to Kalulu. Misses him. But again, no pressure there. Bremer on it now. Inside, Cope Miners. Over to Rui. Now into Fagioli. He's got some space. Oh, he's looking to switch this one quickly for Gonzalez. Nice touch. Quick. Into McKennie. Oh, and McKennie gets the foul on that one. Juve trying to lobby that the guy, he's got the right to that space. It's a crappy one, but I get it. Man, I feel like Gonzalez should have had the dangerous ball dipping to that back post to Yildiz. We're so hesitant in that final third, and that's what happens when you overthink it, because you know you've got to break down these defenses, and it hasn't happened for 3 games, so now you start overthinking things. For me, the ball was the back post dipper on the spot for Yildiz. McKennie would have been left with so much work there. Come on. Oh, the chance. You know what's funny? I got to get the sound bites sorted out. I lost a bunch of files somehow on my computer. I got to sort it out. They'll be back, Andrew. They'll be back. Bremer's on in now for Juve. Short pass to Fagioli. Swings it out to the right flank for Danilo. Kalulu over to Perin. Acres of space in front of him. He could take a look. Just outside his area and launches this thing route 1. Vlahovic. Good battle there. Just doesn't work out. McKennie wins this in the middle. Quick pass out to Danilo. Scans, ends up slowing it down, going back. Kalulu on it now. Now out for Cope Miners on the right flank. Into Danilo. Back to Cope Miners. He's got a retreat, going back for Kalulu. Bremer wide open on the left. He collects now. Rui just ahead, central. Bremer chooses Fagioli. Fagioli out to Cope Miners. Into Danilo, steps forward into the center of the pitch. Out to Nico Gonzalez. Is he going to take on us? He does. He beats him. Gets around him. Right-footed cross. It's low and hard. It's cleared. Just at the top of the area. Vitinha hammers this one free. Bremer chests it down. On the ball. Out to Rui. Into Yildiz. Quick little touch in for Bremer. Now back to Kalulu. It's a little bit better. Good penetration there from Gonzalez. Final ball. Missing the mark. That's okay. Fagioli to Cope Miners. Quick touch to Danilo. Here's an early cross in. Missing Vlahovic. McKennie collects. We've got them pinned back. Let's go punish them. Out to the outside for Danilo. Inside for Cope Miners. Little touch. Cope! Oh, ball across goal. 2 feet ahead of Vlahovic. That was no doubt a shot attempt from Cope Miners, but oh man. Had an opportunity to lay this one in. Oh no, the defender was in a good spot. Shot goes off. Golini diving, always going wide of his goal, but that's much better from Juventus. Much, much better. Coney de Winter heads this one forward. Bremer has to retreat here. We got a little bit of a fast break, and he chews it up. Has it out for a throw into Genoa, and Bremer allows us the opportunity to regroup. 17 minutes, 20 seconds, 0-0. 43% possession, Genoa, 57% Juventus. 1 total attempt so far for each side. Genoa now with their opportunity in possession. It's Coney de Winter being pressed by Yildiz. Quick pass out to the side, but because of the pressure, it's errant, and now Juve will collect the ball. Throw in. Rui set to take it. Immediately has it in for Bremer. Fagioli coming back to collect. Little 1-2 with Bremer. And Genoa doing their best to isolate Fagioli and rule him out. But he's done a really good job at getting on the ball, has to be said. And Fagioli dictating in the middle right now where this ball needs to progress. Cope Miners, little flip up to Gonzalez. Pressure on him. Gonzalez ends up having it off a Genoa player for a Juve throw-in. Cope Miners quickly taking it into Danilo. Come on. Out to Cope Miners. He's able to turn, take a look. Inside for McKennie. Oh, good little through ball, but Gonzalez wasn't reading the same idea. But he does have pressure. We've pinned Genoa back. Has it out. It's going to be a Juve throw. Or did he actually have it off of Gonzalez? Let's see. No, Juve throw-in. Danilo on it. Colt Miner's wanting, showing, but we go back to Kalulu. Now back to Bremer. Light pressure coming his way. Now over to Ruhi. Into Yildiz. Oh, too heavy of a touch from Yildiz there. And it did touch him before heading out, so it's going to be a Genoa throw, and they're just looking to regroup. Buy a little bit of time. Zanoli set to take the throw in for Genoa. Closing in on 20-minute mark. My God, come on. Oh, they got a switch. They got some space here. Anor. Good battle there, won by Juventus. Gonzalez coming back collecting. Oh, Rui, come on, man. I got to say this, like, I got no issues with Rui or anything. He's very, very awkward. Oh, Yield is almost stripping that one. Now doing battle with De Winter, forcing him all the way back to Golini. Yeah, Rui's very, very awkward in his movements. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I mean, everyone has their levels of coordination and how they move, whatever. I remember when watching Chiellini back in his left back days. But they always, the ones that look awkward always give me the least sense of like faith and trust, because they just make everything, even the most routine scenarios, look so challenging and difficult. But again, should be fine. Should be absolutely fine. Little foul there, way out on the sideline. Our right flank, Genoa's left flank. This is going to be a free kick for them. We'll have to contest. Medetti standing over it, set to deliver. And here we go. Arms up from Medetti, runs in. Here's the delivery. That's a good one. Headed up first by Kalulu, then out by Bremer. Yildiz trying to do battle to win this one. He does. He just can't get that ball to settle for him. I've said for me, Yildiz situationally has work to do. Outside of that, I've been very, very pleased with the effort, the work rate, the danger he does provide. But I think there's a lot more of that can come. We just all have to be very patient. These games, though, this is where he does his growing. Against the buses, against the low defensive lines, that's where he's going to be making his improvements. In open games, I'm not even ever going to second guess, Yildiz and his impact. But in these games, this is where it's going to be critical. Oh, and he misses McKennie there. Would have been a good pass. McKennie finding some good spaces. Oh, Vlahovic, can he pounce on it? Oh, unlucky there. Genoa able to get the ball back to Golini. Long ball forward, and Bremer heads it all the way forward. But again, Genoa collecting. Miretti slots it back for Vasquez. Through the middle with Frendrup. Anor with a cross in, and that just goes as far as Danilo, and it's out for a throw-in. 0-0. Not much excitement in this one so far. Juve's got to get back on the ball. This has been a decent little lull there from some good pressure from us, and now we got to get back on the ball, poking and prodding in the final third. Too much of this downtime. Genoa captain Bade is actually down. Looks like he's clenching his hamstring. So we'll hit you with the stats right now. And it's 57% still in favor of Juve, and still one total attempt for both sides. One corner kick for Genoa. That's really it. Both attempts from outside the box. Genoa players warming up. Someone might have to come in for Bade here. We'll see. Yeah, he's taking off the armband. That's it for Bade. All right. Yildiz has to get a hair. His hair is pretty rough. It's pretty rough. Looking pretty lifeless. Yeah. Why is Bremer building from the back instead of Kalulu? To be honest, I'm fine with either one of them doing it. We just have to keep it mixed up, but it's more so the midfielders. We got to get the midfielders on, especially Colt Miners in the right situations, even Fagioli. All right. Substitution official. Bonen coming in for Bade. And hopefully Boinen can maybe he can make a blunder coming into this game that we could pounce on. Let's see. Switched out. An Omer there heading it forward. Colt Miner. Ooh, trying to win it back. High boot there, but he did collect ball. Perrin on it. Holy jeez. And Perrin splits Bremer and Ruhi. We give the ball deep to Genoa. We're on a throw-in here. And here's Zanoli with a cross, but it goes all the way to the back. Danilo! Oh, my God. Anor coming in here with a big rush there, and Danilo looking way too calm there. Juve enthusiast, great to see you. It has been a while. Let's go. Happy you're in here. Danilo making me nervous there. Here's a corner we have to contest with. Second corner of the game, both for Genoa. Cross in, that's a dangerous one. Yildiz, the clearance there. Fagioli looking for a foul there, trying to chase that ball deep. Nothing doing. Genoa regroups all the way back to Golini. Next to nothing for pressure. And they're just getting back into their shape after the corner attempt. Bremer trying to contest this one. It's headed forward all the way through. Oh my God, Kalulu loses it. Great challenge there to redeem himself. But again, we got to pick it up here. Falls to Vittini. He's going to have a rip, but there's a foul there. And a yellow card going to Frendrup. Cagey game. Cagey game. Exactly like we expected. It's going to get cagey. Oh, yeah. Those are always unfortunate. You're kicking the ball. You're trying to send a pass through, but the follow-through gets a player. Again, it is a foul, though. But that's going to sting. Feeling that one for Nico. 27 minutes, 35 seconds, 0-0, and definite lockdown vibes. Definite lockdown vibes in this game. Come on, we need a pick-me-up. We need a goal in this one. We got shouts for red there. I'm going to be honest. I think it would be harsh. But look at all the reds here. Yeah, because he's playing the ball there, and I'd be feeling pretty harsh if the roles were reversed and it was one of our players passing a ball through and then the follow through get it. I think yellow's. I'm cool with a yellow, you guys. Perin. Over to Kalulu. Back to Perin. Has Bremer right there next to him. Gives it to him. Up to Fagioli. One touch up for Kalulu. He's going to step forward. Back to Fagioli, who drops to collect. Over to Bremer. Fagioli directing him to go to the left side. There's nothing there. He's waited too long. Now he's got to go back to Kalulu. Has Danilo to his right. Nico Gonzalez is the man just ahead there. Back into Fagioli here. And there's Fagioli trying to hit Rui there. Rui, he's a little hesitant. Attack that space. He'll find you. Great job from McKennie and Yildiz to win the ball back. Bremer on it now. Back to Fagioli. Keep scanning, Fagioli. Let's go. Keep scanning. Over to Kalulu. Up to Danilo. Into Gonzalez. Close down quickly. Back out to Danilo. Over to Kalulu. Bremer's there in the center of the pitch. Collects it here. It's in the half circle. Crosses into Genoa's territory now. Distributes it out to Rui, but it's a bullet. Oh my God, Rui, the touch. Lets him down. He's not starting off very good for me. And Genoa can't settle that thing down in the middle of the park. They got to go all the way back to Golini. Golini now launching this one out to the left flank. Yildiz going up to him battle. Rui has collected it. Up to Yildiz. Goes all the way back to Bremer. Bremer now finding Fagioli. He could turn and scan. Lays it off for Kalulu. Has Danilo to the right. Nico Gonzalez also there. Back in for Kalulu. Have a cross in. Oh, that's a terrible cross. Low, not even by the first challenger. And now Genoa trying to work its way out as Juve regains their defensive shape. The quality of crosses early on in the season has been very, very poor. Very, very poor. We rarely give our players an opportunity to actually attack a ball. And that's just another example. And I'm not picking on Kalulu by any means. Yildiz last game, awful crossing. The matches before that, it doesn't matter who. The crossing quality has just been very, very poor. It needs to pick up, especially when you're facing defenses that are playing low lines. Tries to get it back in. That's a foul there. This is in a good spot. This is in a good spot. This is in a striking zone for Juve. And it's the man that came in for Bade. It's Boyinen, and he's going to... Actually, it was Vasquez. Might have been partially both, but McKennie drawing the foul there. He's been working hard. He's been running. He's been finding good spaces and attacking them. Appreciate that from McKennie. Might sacrifice technically, but he's asking questions of the defense. I appreciate that. We don't need a lineup full of guys that want the ball at their feet. You need some guys that do the dirty work. Vlahovic standing over this one. This would be fantastic in a game like this. 32 minutes in to kickstart things and start making it right. Fagioli also standing over it with Vlahovic. Come on. Vlahovic and Fagioli both over this. Fagioli almost fainting like he's going to take this. I think it's going to be Vlahovic. Run up. Hits it. Oh, just over the bar. A little bit too much drive on that one. Not enough dip. Not by much. Man, that thing had some heat on it. When you look at that camera from the back angle here, Yildiz finding himself on it. Devinter closing it down quickly. He goes all the way back to Rui. Rui's going to switch it out to the right side for Danilo. Let's go. Quickly. Kalulu into Bremer. So this game is flat out exactly as we expected, which several have been. And that's, depending on what team's going to do, is going to dictate how Juventus looks. And today we expected a park bus. We expected to be tight and cagey. Great win there from McKennie into Yildiz. Beats his man. Left foot inside. Oh, no. We just couldn't hit that last pass. That's much, much better, though. Great work from Juventus. And that's what happens when you move the ball quickly. Find those odd man scenarios and take the defender on. Great read there from Yildiz. Just can't connect on that final pass. Come on. Zanoli set to take the throw in here for Genoa. It's 35 minutes in. It's 0-0. And again, it's going exactly how we thought. Juve controlling. Low defensive block. 5 men across the back line. They're deep. We got to break it. Break the bus. Come on. Kalulu. Into Bremer. Into Fagioli. Has it out to Kalulu. Kalulu now. Into Danilo. Has Gonzalez ahead of him. Plays it to him. I know we're watching him. Here's a cross. And again, nowhere near one of our players. Fagioli takes a foul there and trying to shield a 50-50. Pinamonti. Yeah, a little bit of an elbow there right into the side from Fagioli. We look at Cambiaso on the bench there. Again, some questions were asked if maybe with this lineup we were thinking about Leipzig in Champions League before taking care of business in this one. Rui going up with Zanoli there, and Zanoli actually getting the last touch on it. It's going to be goal kick for Juventus. 36 minutes, 39 seconds, 0-0. Pedin set to start things off. Kalulu actually has it into Pedin. Now over to Bremer. Here comes the press. And Bremer just goes route one. And Gonzalez gets up aerially. Good battle there. And Cope Miners pounces on this one. Plays it out to Vlahovic. Little touch back to Fagioli. There you go to Yildiz. We have numbers here. Here's Rui on the left side. Oh, tries a low hard pass there. I'm not against that. Mix it up. Mix it up. Rui quickly having this into Fagioli. To Rui, back to Bremer. Fagioli's going to collect this. Gives it to Kalulu. Coal Miners now back out to Bremer. You got to get the defense moving side to side. And then when they hit that overload, you got to find that open man that could take the 1v1. So again, without center presence, it ain't going to happen. But we do have center presence today, which is keeping them spread out. Much better than we did against Napoli, I'll say that. There was no central presence against them. Made it very easy for them to overload us. That's why we can move the ball from side to side fairly good today. But again, it's that final product. Do you want to cross it in? Do you want to play it to the top of the area? Have a shot? Here's Gonzalez spreading it out for Bremer. Over to Rui. He's getting closed down quickly. And he's trying to put in the work there. He just can't get this ball to stay with him. Again, it's very awkward. His touch isn't the best. Maybe, again, I question his attacking prowess. He's definitely getting forward. I'll give him credit there. He's getting forward. Being an option, but That end product's got to be there. That's only half the battle. Rui gets a foul there. It's 59% possession in favor of Juventus. 2 total attempts for Juve, 1 for Genoa. 0-0. Closing in on 40-minute mark. We need to up the tempo and create more 1-2s. We need some differences. Same old back to the backs. Tiki-taka to Pre defense opens up. Very slow. Vertical ball make things happen. We just need to mix it up, everybody. But the ball's got to move a lot quicker. And there's got to be more movement off the ball. A lot of standing. Watch when guys are on the ball. Watch how much standing is happening here. Look, McKennie makes a run there. That's the right idea. Just got to be set up and got to be looking for it. And that's why, like, when you're training, when you're setting up, what are the scenarios that we are trying to work to break this defense down? Are you looking for the vertical balls over the top? Are you looking to find a target, one touch into the mid and then back outside? Are you looking to go left and then quickly hit the right so that you can take advantage of an odd man rush? Like, what's the idea here? Vlahovic, quick touch into Yildiz. Now to Fagioli. There's some space ahead of him. Cole Miners wants it. Yildiz is going to go over to Kalulu. Cross coming in. Oh, just misses Vlahovic. That's better. That's better. Excuse me. And Yildiz can't get there to the back post. Ooh. That's better. That's better. Quick crosses in. I agree 100% with DJ Cammy V here. Love Cope's positioning today, further up the field and central. We just can't find him. But again, it's more about holding defenders, keeping them honest. But again, the other guys have to take advantage here. Here's Yildiz working on De Winter. Does keep possession, does very well to work it out from there. Bremer on it. And now a quick pass to Cope Miners. He's got some space. Gonzalez way out on the right. Cope Miners delivers it to him. Danilo makes a run forward. And there's a hand to the face there. That's a card too. Nico Gonzalez having a rough goal. Moretti there. Lets us off the hook though. Lets us off the hook. One thing I said about Gonzalez, cheap dispossession is something that bothers me with Nico Gonzalez in these closed off games. In the wide open game like we saw against, who was our first Champions League opponent? Refresh my PSV. Against PSV Eindhoven, I'm not worried about Gonzalez in those games. These games though, he's got to do a little bit more, but he has to stop being dispossessed cheaply. We get let off the hook here with this foul from Moretti. And this is a free kick in a good spot. Cope Miners set to have the delivery. Put it on the spot, Cope. Let's go. Let's get to this. We were set piece specialists and dangerous on them last season. Even the season before. Let's get to this. Oh, Bremer tries to get onto a back post. It is headed out. It's going to be a corner kick now for Juve. Ooh. Vasquez just clearing that out. Bremer attacking that one very well. Cope Miners set to take this corner on the follow-up. The ball's in. And that's cleared out by Genoa. It is going to go out the left sideline. Quickly had in. Cope Miners back to Kalulu. Into Rui. Cope Miners back to collect on that left sideline. Rui now. Over to Fagioli. Back to Kalulu. Juve trying to regain their shape after that corner kick. Rui over to Kalulu. He's stepping forward. Here's a pass in. McKennie. Little one touch to Danilo outside to Nico Gonzalez. Oh, beats his man. Oh! Golini gets a touch on that ball after a deflection on Gonzalez's cross. It's going to go out the other side. It's going to be a throw into Juve. Keep the pressure on. We got a couple minutes until halftime. 43 minutes, 44 seconds. Rui on it now. We've got them pinned back Keep going. That was a good pass. Kalulu getting forward again. Back to Danilo. Fagioli comes to collect. And we've got all of Genoa behind the ball. Come on, you guys. It's going to be tough to crack, but you got to move them around. Let's go. And this is what I mean. No movement. No movement. There's Cope making a decent move. Looking for it. Yildiz. Opts out against taking his man on. Bremer to Rui. Oh, here's a good ball forward for McKennie. Attacking that space. Into Yildiz. Little 1-2 with Rui. Oh, and the cross lets him down on his left foot. McKennie. Oh, that's a frustrating foul. Lets Genoa off the hook. Closing in on the 45th minute. That final ball, just not getting to where we need it. Golini getting a touch on that one. Oh, we just, you know what? Just attack. Attack the area. Don't even think too much about where you're going necessarily. Just create havoc. Something's got to fall for us here. We get 2 minutes of stoppage here. Vitinha now deep in our territory. Bremer actually has that one off of him. Great job there. Yeah, put your hands down, Vitinha. It's fine. Bremer giving him the business. Having the touch off his foot. Great job. Colt Miners can't get to that aerial one. Fagioli does well to win it there. Yildiz on it now. Inside. Little one touch from Vlahovic. Colt Miners. Here we go. Danilo offering support on the right side. Goes into him. Opts out of the cross. Back to Colt Miners. I feel he should have crossed one. It's okay. Goes against it. Back to Kalulu. Over to Bremer. Bremer stepping forward. Again, all of Genoa behind the ball here. Fagioli. Inside. Vlahovic. Got to win a battle there, man. We need you to win those. You cannot be checked off those so easily. Let's go. Kalulu. Inside. Colt Miners. Back to Bremer. .30 seconds left here. McKennie collects from Fagioli. Flips it out to Kalulu. Over to Colt Miners. Back to Kalulu. 10 seconds. Fagioli scanning. He's not going to give you much more. Forward for Bremer. Oh, splits two players. Rui's going to give chase, but you can't keep that in. That's going to be half. That's half, everybody. Oh, my God. So, a half with frustrations. A half with some better ideas, but overall, for me, you've got to be way more aggressive. They're sitting the entire team back like, get after it. Get after it. But some of these guys got to do a little bit more. Rui's keeping them honest. He is pushing forward, but offensively, he's really not offering anything. On the other side, on the right side, Gonzalez is starting to do a little bit better. I would be poking and prodding from the right side a little bit more. Kalulu needs to step up more. Needs to step up more, start to dictate a little more and be on that ball. He was doing good work. Good passing in there. But too few and far between. Like, you can't pin them, work on them for a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and then have a complete letdown for 5 minutes and go back to slow. It's like you've got to keep them pinned. You have to kill the bus with pressure. If you make it too easy on them, it's not going to work. It's going to be a nightmare for you. So again, quicker. And yeah, you've got to ramp up the aggression. You've got to get after it. You have to win all the loose balls. DV9, he lost some battles. He needs to be winning. He needs to be strong. I don't understand why a guy of his stature is bumped around so easily. He's got to be stronger, but it's not a problem with what happened in the first half. Like I said, right idea. The crosses are still junk. And we get in some dangerous scenarios, but that final ball eludes us again and again and again. Early crosses in, get bodies in there. You're going to have to start just attacking that ball. I don't really know. If you want to tiki-taka your way into this thing, it ain't going to be pretty, and it ain't going to happen, I don't think. That's literally every man back for Genoa. And yeah, as Kasha coming in here, it's a jet plane, not a bus, completely parked from Genoa. You finish with 67% possession for Juventus. Guys, 2 total attempts. 67% possession in the first half. That is not enough. Nowhere near. We have to get aggressive. You have to work the ball left to right, centrally. Keep them moving, keep them guessing. Try to open up a mistake in coverage from them. But if you're one-dimensional, slow, and continue to just be too patient. What have I said through each of these games? Roma, Empoli, Napoli. Too patient. Too calm. Pick it up. Let's go. 2 attempts in a first half with damn near 70% possession? That's not good enough. Let's go. Ramp it up. Nothing really to talk about. Both attempts were from outside the area. I'm fine with getting it centrally and getting these mids in shooting range, but more, and mix it up. Get the crosses going in there, send bodies in to clean up, and stop letting them off the hook. We let them off the hook with stupid fouls in the final third when you got them pinned. That's part of applying pressure on a team that's pinned back. Don't give them those easy outs with these stupid fouls. Let's go. Come on. Ratings. Not much to really say for ratings, but Pedin's at a 6.5. Every player starts at a 6. His is 6.5. I don't even think he had literally anything to do. Danilo's at a 6.8. I've got him at like a even 6. Kalulu 6.9. 6. 6.5. Maybe. He got turned in the area, like not very good. Not necessarily turned, but just made a really bad play on one, but he saved it with a challenge. Maybe 6.5. Bremer's at a 7.1. He's been on the ball a ton. 60 touches for Bremer, 92% pass accuracy. I need to see Kalulu get on the ball more. And funny enough, he's got just as many touches, but I need to see him further up on the ball. It's where Kalulu's on the ball that's not really to my liking. I want to see him the one moving forward like Bremer was and dictating and trying to create. Crosses, have him in early. Kalulu so far has sent the best cross in that just missed Dusan Vlahovic. But you need to send those in early when Vlahovic is running into the area. That's going to be the strength. If you're trying to hit him when everybody's stagnant and standing there, it ain't going to happen. Okay? Rui at a 6.6. I have Rui on the verge. Well, you can't go down because there's no threat defensively, but he's at an even 6. Even 6 there for Rui. Fagioli at a 6.8. I've got him at 6.5. McKennie at a 6.8, 6.5. Cope Miners is at 6.7. I got him at 6.5. Gonzalez at a 7.1. I got him at 6.5. 6.5 everywhere across the top. Vlahovic, not because of him, not involved a lot. 10 touches. 10 touches. He's 80% on pass accuracy. He's actually decent on the ball, but he has lost possession 4 times out of those 10 touches. But they're coming in tight quarters. That's not necessarily his game. We need to find him running at the area and then get him with early crosses. Gonzalez, 25 touches, 10 for 15 on passes, 67% pass accuracy. Possession lost 8 times. Started to pick it up later. He was kind of rough at the beginning of the half, but got better as it went on. Yildiz, a mixed bag. Some weird situational decisions. 34 touches, 82% passing, 14 for 17. Dispossessed 11 times. I started to figure out what we need him doing, and that's taking those guys on immediately the second the opportunity presents itself. As far as breaking this thing down, again, it's the same old story. There's nothing to add. Malta even said it in his presser. You got to send numbers. You got to be aggressive against the bus or the jet plane like we're looking at today. It ain't going to happen with tiki-taka, and it ain't going to happen if you poke and prod every 5 minutes for one opportunity. 2 total attempts with 70% possession and a half. Come on, you guys. Pick up the urgency. Any changes at half? Malta's been known to make changes at the break. Are there any changes any of you are thinking about? Not because he's a problem, because he really isn't a problem, but maybe to get something a little bit more offensively. You look at changing Rui just to get a little something more offensive. And maybe it's Danilo that you change. But maybe, just maybe, you got to change one of them to get something a little more offensive. The reason I said Rui is because you can actually put Cabal in if your game plan is to reserve Cambiaso for Leipzig. So if that's your game plan, I would probably look at that. In the middle of the pitch, Luis. Do you bring in Luis to try and help unlock this thing? I've said this a lot. It's not so much personnel as much as it is up here and the approach, the urgency. I think that goes further, but I would bring in Cabal. As far as Luis goes, McKennie's actually doing good work. I would wait maybe till 55-60 in the midfield before thinking about it. But let's see what you guys think. Cabal. We got a lot of shouts for Cabal. Luis. So Paulo saying Luis here. Miracle saying Luis and Conceição. So Conceição back. He's in the squad list. Not a bad shout to help unlock things. Luis needs to come in. Yeah, more and more shouts there. Imbangula from Juve Enthusiast. Imbangula. Who is the substitute? Are you moving Yildiz? That's the part with Imbangula that gets interesting, right? Take Fagioli or Mac out for Luis. Luis in for Fagioli. A lot of shouts for Luis. I don't mind what Fagioli's doing. I don't think we need to stress the defensive aspect in this game too much. So maybe, just maybe, I take McKennie and keep Fagioli in. I don't think he's doing anything bad. But yeah, Chico with the energy and the 1v1s. Hey, some interesting shouts here. We'll see what the bottom line is. Got to get the job done. What were we talking about here? We can't be going 0-0 again. Get the urgency. There was a couple good sequences there where we did get the ball in deep. One from Yildiz, one from Nico Gonzalez. But again, just can't find the mark. Kalulu with a good cross in there. Can't find Gonzalez. Or can't find Vlahovic, excuse me. Decent delivery on a set piece there. Bremer. It gets cleared from him, from Vasquez. I mean, there's moments here and there, but overall, would you say we were dangerous? No. We were dangerous in like two moments. That can't happen. That can't happen against us. You've got to find a way. Why are we so weak at crossing all the time? Why are we so weak at set pieces? We scored so many goals over the past couple seasons on set pieces, and it looks like none of our guys can get ahead to any of these. You got to figure it out. Cabal, though. Cabal. We scored off cross, one that he put in. That was a good one. Love to see those early crosses connect again. I put Cabal in. So Anthony's saying the left side is shockingly terrible right now. I think the awkward touches of Rui really make it look so difficult over there. Cambiaso on the left wing. Yildiz in the middle. Yeah, some shouts for Cambiaso coming into this game for sure. I blame Cope. I'm really blaming Mota. I'll be 100% honest with you guys, more so than the players. Come on. This has been a week since the Napoli game. And you knew exactly. We said right after Napoli, get ready for the exact same match against Genoa. What they're doing is exactly what we expected. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen this way. This slow play, okay? Moving the ball slowly, low aggression, low sense of urgency. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, you guys. And I will say this. Even if we didn't like it when the game was to cross the ball in, at least it was a clear, definitive plan. And you had bodies in the area attacking it. And like, whether you liked it or not, it was a strategy. And we got goals out of it. Right now, it's like each match, I'm watching this team try to throw like just everything at the wall and see what sticks. But what is the actual set designs? What is off the training pitch that is like, this is what we were going to try to do to break this thing down consistently? Not for a couple minutes here and then 12 minutes we're going to work back at getting the ball. No, like go out, take this game. If teams want to play you like this, you go out and you take over. And you show them they have zero chance if that's what they're going to do. Holy smokes. Wait, pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. I'm not saying that. Not saying that. I do miss goals, though, in all these games. Let's go. Come on. Even if it's one, come on. Find the breakthrough. All I'm saying is I need to see more conviction in us wanting to break this thing down. That's what I'm missing here. I'm missing the actual like ideology of breaking down the bus. What are we actually doing that's different from the past 3 games where we couldn't? And now I'm not really seeing it. Plugging and playing different players. This is what I was getting at with the shouts over Cambiaso. That ain't it for me. It's more. It's deeper. See the players in the tunnel getting ready to come out. Co-biners giving some orders. See Locatelli, one of the trainers, having a chat. Locatelli's got his arm around him like it's he's been out with a night out drinking with the boys, and it's the I love you chat on the way home. You're my boy, Blue. Here comes Vlahovic. It's a Timmy's. Oh, yeah. On the weekends. Nice little Timmy's for the games. Look at Gatti. The new father. Congrats to Gattone. Oh, 70th minute, Alex. 70th minute. Probably be around those lines. Hey, we're looking to start right away. Getting a thumbs up for the official. Okay, let's get a goal here. Enough fucking around. Enough's enough. And there we go. Second half. Fino alla fine. Forza Juve. McKennie. Over to Kalulu. And Kalulu has now moved to the right back position. Danilo is now central. And that is no doubt an idea to try and spark something. Not a lot of threat, like I said, to worry about defensively. But we've got to crack this thing and get a goal. Fagioli. Back to Danilo. Over to Bremer. Ooh. Into Danilo. Fagioli. Trying to have in this one for Vlahovic. Heads it into the path. Here we go. Gonzalez. Outside to Vlahovic. Right-footed cross. Oh, too heavy from Vlahovic, even with his off foot. Ruhi saves it there on the left flank. Plays it back for Bremer. Into McKennie. There you go. Vlahovic swings it out to Ruhi. And the cross took an hour. Come on. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Deliver the fucking thing. Let's go. Conviction, guys. Fagioli. Now up the side to Kalulu. Back to Fagioli. Feints across. Back to Nico. Here's a cross. Going back post for Ruhi. Heads it into the middle. That's a handball. Oh my God. We are let off the hook by a handball by Coni de Winter. Uno di noi. My God. And that's shocking stuff. That's like shocking play leading up to that. Because it's a brutal header from Ruhi back into the area trying to find Yildiz. We get the PK. I'm assuming Vlahovic will step up and hopefully bury so we can get a goal here. Come on, everybody. It's got to be in the back of the net, Dushan. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it, buddy. This got to go in the goal. Has to go in the goal. Coni de Winter, uno di noi. Come on. Come on, Vlahovic. Jesus. Golini. Vlahovic staring solely at the ball. Takes his steps. The run up. Yes! 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 Vlahovic! Let's go! Needed that one. Coni de Winter. Uno di noi. Let's go. PK or not, we need 3 points. We need a goal. Yes, we have work to do. Let's go. Push for more. Will Genoa open up now a bit? We'll see. But the game, in theory, should become easier now for us, all right? Dusan Vlahovic, 1-0 Juve. Let's go. Let's go. Holy smokes. We needed that one. Coni de Winter non si tocca. Bang. There you go. There you go. Thank you, Coni. That stutter step almost gave me diarrhea. Oh my God. It was nerve-wracking. I don't like slow run-ups on kicks. You guys know that. But as long as it ends up in the back of the net, I'm happy. It's 1-0 Juve. Let's chalk it up on the board. One 0 49th minute. Juve's up. Genoa now coming back in our end. And like I said, the game should come easier now. Should open up. Oh, Fagioli closed down. Great work there. And Rui on the carpet in there for McKennie. Look at McKennie in tight there. Look at this. We got space. Like I said, this thing opens up. Look out if this game opens up. To Cope Miners. Oh, it's on the carpet and just gets through everybody. Like I said, if they want to open up. Oh, yellow there for Fagioli on the challenge there. When the games are open, we have no issues, okay? No issues when the game opens up. It's when it's closed off, we have a lot of work to do. But the game opening up like this, we can very much seal it and get another one. Let's go. And it does appear like Genoa is going to open up to try and get something. Pass inside, Vitinha. Drops it back. Now Genoa. So funny how it changes with these teams. So happy to have the entire team behind the ball. Oh, Vlahovic. Looks like he second-guessed himself. Yildiz. Oh, misses the through ball. Vlahovic would have been clear on goal. This is just going to further cement teams and how they play us and what the approach has to be. If you look instantly dangerous as the second the game opens up and like you can turn and bag immediately. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. 51 minutes, 1-0 Juve. And welcome DJ Cammy B to the AJC Vets becoming a member. Hey, reach out to me. Let's plug you into the private group chat there. And much appreciated for all the support, brother. 1-0 Juve. Bremer on it now. Over to Danilo. And Danilo looking Route 1 here. Headed down. Vasquez now heads it, but it's into the center of the pitch. Fagioli pounces on it. Up ahead for Yildiz. Now over to Rui. Into Yildiz. Turning, has a cross in, and Coney de Winter heads this one out. McKennie making that look difficult to settle it. Into Rui, carrying it in. Oh my God, man. Absolute muffin of a pass to Fagioli, and Genoa able to regain possession. That's, like I said, cheap dispossession is infuriating. Look at the pressure here. Yildiz, Cope Miners all over them. Look at Cope continuing to work. Golini has to drive this one forward, and Bremer eats it up. 2 quick passes over to Danilo, and now to Kalulu, and we can regroup. Fagioli on it now. Up to Kalulu. Has Gonzalez ahead of him. Plays it to him. And now Juve can comfortably control in possession, and again, Genoa has all dropped back. In the Yildiz. Over to Gonzalez. Tried a little one-touch in for Vlahovic. Can't settle it. Pass a little bit behind him. Vitinha now. To the back for Zanoli. Over to Golini. On the carpet there in the middle. Oh, cheeky little heel pass there. Here's Bohinen running at Juve. Going the other way. Over to Vitinha. Being watched by Bremer. Sets up a shot. Easily blocked. Bremer watching him. Now Yildiz to Cope Miners. Oh, come on. You got to step in there, Fagioli. Let's go. Pick it up. Everybody's standing. Look at us at the back right now. Way too relaxed. Come on. And we slow it down. 1-0 lead. 53 minutes. 23 seconds. The goal from Dusan Vlahovic on a PK. Locked in. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Perin. Over to Bremer. It's going to go back to Perin. Little bit of pressure coming now. Fagioli. Quick pass. Over to Bremer. Now Rui. Jesus, he makes everything look so difficult. It's like his first day walking. Cope Miners, this is a good ball. Yes, Vlahovic! Way! Yes! Yes! Cope Miners, what a ball. That is why you bring this guy in. Unlocks them with one pass. And Vlahovic, what a finish. What a finish. Cope Miners with the beauty assist. Yes. That's a beautiful pass there from Cope Miners. Beautiful finish, too. There it is. There it is. That's what we need from Dusan, all right? I see him with this and whatever. Never mind the bullshit, man. That's what you're paid to do. That's what you need to do. Okay? But that's his strength. Running at the defense. Running at the defense. Get him in these scenarios where he can do damage, and he needs to do that. Beautiful. Beautiful. He's back to Dusan for today. Leipzig on deck. 2-0 Juventus. Let's go. Chalk another one up for the good guys, everybody. 2-0. And that ball from Cope. Let's go. Get him in there. Get him on the ball. Get him dictating, creating, and that's what we need. Back in possession for Juve immediately. 56 minutes in. It's 2-0. And Genoa in their defensive shell. Chasing the ball around. And Juve going to knock it about comfortably now. Fagioli on it. Into Miners. Out to McKennie. Little one touch to Kalulu. Back to Fagioli. Getting them moving around a lot. And still runs being made. Going forward. Still poking and prodding. I like that. This is where you start to learn ideas. Oh, that's a good cross in from Kalulu. Headed out to the far side and Ruhi attacks it. But again, it's like a deer on ice with this guy. Only from a coordination point of view. Pedin comes out to collect this, plays it to Bremer. 57 minutes here. Rui has baby fawn legs. Yeah, it's what it's like. On the ball, it has looked anything but comfortable and easy. In the Cope, and he's got space to turn. On the carpet, over to McKennie on the right side. Out to Nico Gonzalez. Space is opening up. Nico, he's turning. Oh, just couldn't beat Bohinen. And then a foul there. Vlahovic challenging on us there. 2-0 Juve. 57 minutes, 41 seconds. Vlahovic with both goals. One on a PK. The second, a nice finish after a beautiful assist from Miners. Wins it. Great job there from Vlahovic. Probably could have released there to Cope a little earlier, but that's okay. Tried to take the man on. Lost it in the end. Golini now. To Vasquez. Back to Golini. Next to nothing for pressure. And Juve's 2-0 up. We're not going to press too much. We're going to force them to try and get something. And maybe hit them again. And when we're in possession, we'll just control it. And knock it about here. Genoa. Trying to work this out. Great work from Yildiz Eruhi. Tries to come in and help, but Genoa retains possession. Bohinen now on it. Zanoli now taking on Ruhi down that flank. Oh, he just cruised by him. Low cross ins, actually deflected out by Bremer. It's going to be a corner kick to Genoa. Zanoli ripping by Ruhi like he was standing. Take a quick look at the stats here. It's 65% possession for Juventus. We have created a big chance out of 6 total attempts. We are 2-0 up with the only 2 that were on target. Shots inside the area, 4. Outside, 2 for us. Still only 2 attempts for Genoa in this game. Here's a cross coming in off the corner and it's cleared by Juventus. Ajoli, the one actually applying pressure. Oh, they go all the way back to Golini. He's got to go and collect this one as he was well out of his area. We see Douglas Luiz and Conceição set to come in. Giddy up. Giddy up. Yes, Chico's available. He was on the team sheet, brother. He's on the team sheet. He is available. Chico and Luiz coming in. Pinamonte. Chasing this one on. Soft side there. And we're going to get the changes right now. So McKennie will make way for Douglas Luiz. Nico's going to make room for Chico. All right, Conceição. Looking forward to seeing Chico back in there. And Luiz, let's see. Let's see if he can make a statement for himself here. He needs to make a statement for himself. And I do feel that the majority of his minutes in there have shown his quality. In the cameos, that Empoli game didn't go his way. And that was a start. So that might have put him back in a scenario where he's got to work his way up again. Competition. We've wanted competition for starting spots for quite some time. I think it's fair to say we have it. Vlahovic just can't settle that throw in, from Kalulu. Has it out. Genoa is going to take the throw in. Vasquez. Pedin's going to come out and collect this one. 62 minutes, 42 seconds, 2-0 Juventus. Danilo now to Kalulu on the right, into Douglas Luiz. He's on the ball. In a 2-0 game, Juve's in control. Genoa still in a shell. Not sure how hard they'll push for goal. Think when it was 1-0, they showed the willingness to open up and then they got burnt. Oh, Luiz with the Meg. Meg on Bohinen. Now finding Danilo. Now out to Conceição. He's going to take on Honor there. Oh, here's a low ball and it's in. Oh my God. Cope Miners had a tap in. Cope Miners with a tap in at the back post. Chico on the first sequence from him with a low ball, that flat-footed Golini and Cope Miners. That was going to be your first with Juve. Barring out, but hey, man, that's great stuff. Moving the ball quickly. Genoa has been cracked. When these teams that play like that, they get cracked and they're especially 2 down. Man, the wind is out of their sails and they've spent a lot of energy defending, so things start to open up, even if they do sit back. And look at this. We're on it again, and Chico's on it again. Now it flips it out to Bremer. A lot of space on the left side. Here's Cope Miners. Into Fagioli. Oh, tried to play it in. Oh, Cope Miners comes in. A little flip. Oh, back heel. Tried a little cheeky heel to hit Vlahovic there. Actually goes in Golini's hands, and now Genoa's going to look to turn. And Pinamonte, the angle's taken away by Bremer. All he could do is try a through ball easily. Goes into the area and Perin collects. Oh my God, man. Cope Miners. If he would have buried there. Would have been nice to see him start his account with us. Still have no idea. To actually hit that thing from where he's standing, bar down and out, is actually like, it's almost impressive to miss that one. Insane. Rui into Yildiz to Fagioli. Fagioli's had a steady game today. He's actually done a really, really good job in that role. Conceição. Back to Danilo into Kalulu. Chico. Jesus, is he ever shifty? Look, oh, tried a little flip up pass to Vlahovic. Doesn't make it. Luis giving good battle. Cope Miners gives chase here as Genoa tries to break free on the right flank. Zanoli now on it. Look at Cope Miners with the work rate to get back into a defensive position and help. Coney de Winter now on it. The guy responsible for the first goal because of his handball. And Dusan burying the PK. Headed forward Vlahovic. Trying to win some battles here. And Genoa collects. 66 minutes, 35 seconds. It's 2-0 Juve. Zanoli, man, he's quick. A little cross in, but easily into the hands of Perin. He's coming out, looking to quickly throw it out. Takes his time, slows it down, and now releases to Kalulu. Little 2-0, cruising in. I like it. I like it. Not against it. Not against it. We could take this and cruise in for the 20 minutes, but I'd love another goal. But man, Chico is something else on the ball there. Yildiz, Fagioli, into Luis. He's got space. Oh, that's an outside of the boot pass, and Kalulu on the run out there. And then Chico comes in to help. Danilo tossing Meretti. Giving him the business. Letting him know you're no longer Juve for the time being. Couple changes for Genoa here. Oh. Getting ready. 2-0. Do we get 3? Do we get 3, everybody? What do you think? Oh, switches a field all the way. De Winter's got a race to save this thing. He does. Saves it for his team on a shocking free kick to restart the play. Genoa trying to gain a little bit of space up that right flank here. Zanoli still continuing to work. Pass in, but quickly closed down. Bremer. Rui with a Little kind of sketchy pass inside the middle, but Cope Miners easily deals with it. Quickly passes out to Fagioli, who finds Luiz, who carries it easily to the half line. Now Fagioli in the half circle. Out to Chico. Out to Kalulu. Now to Luiz. And Juve's going to comfortably retain possession. Genoa, again, everyone behind the ball. Luiz now. Quick little touch, cuts inside, slots it over to Fagioli. Fagioli slows it down for Bremer. Couple exchanges between the two. Like I said, Juve not going to overexert themselves in possession here with a 2-0 lead. 70 minutes in. Kalulu into Luiz, back outside for him. And now a switch over to Bremer. Just knocking it about, just moving Genoa side to side, really. Getting them to use their legs. Happy to just control, see this lead. Played in for Yildiz. He loses it. Douglas Luiz comes in quick. It's a foul there. Switch field. Rui gives chase, comes in, cleans it up. Back to Perin. Danilo now collects. Kalulu over there on the right. He gets it. Into Luiz. Up to Chico. Back to Luiz. And again, comfortably knocking it about. Fagioli. Twisting and turning. Slots it over to Bremer. Next to nothing for pressure. Bremer to Cope. Back to Bremer. And again, recycling it. Out to Danilo. Now Kalulu. Up for Chico. Fagioli. Just comfortable. This is going to be just cruise control. I don't think they're going to ramp things up. And here's Fagioli. Finds a little space, actually. Inside to Yildiz. Into Cope. Oh, the touch as he tried to cut in on his off to the right. Lets him down. Genoa tries to run back at us, and Bremer, as usual, as per, shuts it down. We regain possession. Luiz and Fagioli with some exchanges. Now switching it out to Kalulu. Back in for Luiz. Comfortably knocking it around here. Bremer. Here we go. Long route one. And Chico. Oh. Gets his touch wrong. Saves it. Being watched. But nobody wants to risk getting too close because he could skin you. Oh, Fagioli steps in and drives one. That's going to be off of Vasquez for a corner. I'm fine with that. If you get in, you see a lane, take a rip. It's something we don't do enough is have these defenders take some rips. Kalulu is going to be substituted. So will Yildiz and Rui. You've got Savona. You've got Taram. And you've got Cambiaso all coming in at the 73-minute mark. 100% with you. Want to see that more, not just from Beans, but all our midfielders taking some strikes. Taram, Savona, Cambiaso coming in. Yildiz, Rui, Kalulu, all out. 2-0, Juventus, 74th minute. Trying to go top of the table with this win. Barring some other matches yet to take place. Luiz with a cross in. Oh, headed from Taram. Just over goal. Wouldn't have that been something? Come in, first touch, goal. Sign me up. Man, Taram's a big, he's a big kid. Big kid. Really like him. Happy he's back, and the injury was just pretty minor overall. Launching this one, Route 1. Danilo. Battling there, gets a foul. Him and Pinamonti going at it. 75 minutes, 2-0 Juventus. Coal Miners forcing Bohinen back. Vlahovic with a little bit of chase. Can Vlahovic get the hattie? Can he get the hat trick? Thuram does well there, wins it. And then we deliver it back. Cambiasso on it now. Ton of time for him. Just slots it out to Danilo. Now up to Luis. He's going to play it to Savona. Back to Perin. Over for Bremer. Into Thuram. Danilo up to Savona. Into Thuram. Out to Chico. Back to Savona. Oh, risky there. But we come away with it. Coal Miners. Heavy foul there on Douglas Luiz. He's got words. He didn't appreciate that one. Yellow card. Vasquez. Guy in question. Oh, yeah. Guys, we might have to get some early storm the barns. This is cruise control here. What are we talking about? And this is what I like. I would much rather have these multi-goal leads, okay? And cruise. But I still can't help but feel there's, we got that handball from Coney de Winter, but we still got to learn how to do it without those scenarios. We still got to learn more about ourselves breaking these teams down. I don't know if I'm alone in that, but I'm still going to be wondering the next game that we face a bus. But Chico could make a big difference, man. He is shifty and quick. Could open things up. No knock on Nico by any means. But, hey. Chico might be up on Nico. Here's Conceição on it. And a nice, lovely shift over. Fagioli has a lot of space ahead of him. And this is what I talk about. No matter if it's 2-0, 3-0, you play the game. You take the space given, you pin them back. It makes them harder to get anything out of this game. So you have to keep playing. You have to keep running at the space. You have to keep getting forward. It pushes them further back. Luis out to Savona. And now over to Chico. Is he going to take his man on? Here we go. Double team coming. Doesn't bother him. Plays out to Savona. Feints the cross. Over to Luis. Over to Thuram. Thuram. Plays it out for Fagioli. Here's a cross in for Fagioli, but too easy for Golini to gather. 78 minutes, 41 seconds, 2-0 Juventus. And the storm, the barns coming in. Getting ready for post-match. I love it. Genoa knocking this thing about in the middle. Friendrup. They're going to push it up this right flank. They are moving ahead. Zanoli on it. Over to Vasquez. And Thuram comes in, and Thuram wins it. Oh, played back, missing Cope. And Frendra pounces on it. Here's a shot. Gets through Danilo and Thuram, but Perin easily stopping it. Hanging on. Shutting down the whole sequence. Stats so far, 67% possession for Juventus, 9 total attempts for Juve, 3 for Genoa, 3 big chances created by Juve. 2 of them, obviously, in goals. Oh, man. Rick Ozzy 77, happy for Vlahovic. Yes, happy for Juve. Scoring a couple, getting the 3. Don't see this thing turning unless a shocking, absolute disaster goes down. Okay. But no. This one was a must. This one was a must. Chico on it. Up ahead for Savona. Conceição now into Thuram. Out for Conceição. In tight quarters being watched. Flips it out for Thuram. And again, this is training pitch stuff right now. Low intensity with us carrying a 2-goal lead. And Genoa just trying to regain possession. And here's Chico. Is he going to take his man on? Bohinen just watching for a double team. Look at the feints. He's got them frozen up. Luis, that's a great flip ball in for Savona. Oh, just couldn't hit Vlahovic for that third. It was pretty high, and he gets it wide. That was almost set up for that hat trick. And that's better. That's better. And hey, guys, Genoa's back. They're back defensively right now. But like I said, the intensity, the aggression from them being 2 goals down is going to be not the same as when the game was at 0-0. However, a couple of these guys change things up drastically. That's a hell of a flip pass from Luis. And Savona doing well to attack that space. Ask questions of the defense. These are some of the sequences I'm looking for when it's 0-0. But that's good. Cambiasso just clips the heel there. It's a foul. 83 minutes, 2-0. In cruise control, 100%. And we'll take that all day, every day. Mota using all of the substitutions available to him. Yildiz, Ruhi, Kalulu, Gonzalez, McKennie all leaving the game. Luis, Conceição, Savona, Cambiasso, Thuram all coming in. Bohinen having a rip here. And that took a deflection. Perin was diving one way, but it does deflect and over the goal. Cross coming in off the corner. Oh, it's in the mix. But there is a foul there on Bremer, of course, in the heart of it. Shutting things down. Closing the door. Slamming it shut. And gets a good kick for his troubles. And now Zanoli's down for Genoa. Got some directions being given to Conceição there by one of Mota's assistants. Oh, yeah. Cruise control. Love it. Love it. We cannot sell Bremer. He makes the biggest impact on our team. I think it's going to come down to... because there's a lot of speculation about his salary, or not his salary, excuse me, his sale price, and if we're going to need that given the finance. But I feel like it's going to come down to him and if he is interested by any of the clubs that come forward. I don't think like Juve's in this big rush to sell him, even if it is a big fee. I have a feeling that they're not thinking that way. And it's just going to come down to him. Bremer up to Luiz. Great control and tight. Little flick for Thuram. Driving through. Here's Thuram. Oh, has a rip. Takes a hit as he's shooting. Looking for a foul. What's with the briefs Thuram wears? Undershirt. We saw in the last game he got him pulled down. He had like yellow rubber ducks. And now he's... I don't know what the heck he's wearing today. Oh, Bohinen splitting Thuram and Luiz. Cambiasso shuts it down on the flank there for Sabelli, who came in for Zanoli. 87 minutes, 5 seconds, 2-0 Juventus again. Coast mode. Few minutes remaining. Savona. Oh. Loses position. Oh. Perin has to make a save there. I didn't like how easily Savona gave up position there. Got to be a little bit stronger there. Does save himself quite well there, Savona, but allows an opportunity. Here's a corner kick. It's going back post. Headed in. Oh, there's a foul on Chico. As he was going to flick this one out at the top of our area. Foul taken. And he gets the job done ultimately. Good stop there from Perin. Definitely don't want to give one up now. Keep this clean sheet streak going. Let's go. Vlahovic working with Coney de Winter. Has it out. Cambiasso to Thuram. All the way back out for Bremer. Danilo now up for Kefren Thuram. Oh, yeah. Little back heel. And Thuram's got space ahead of him. Into Fagioli. Back to Thuram. Oh, on the carpet for Cope. Oh, Chico! Hey! 3-0. Nice little dummy. Nice play, Thuram, all the way across. Thuram's going to get the assist on this one. And Chico with his first for Juve. I love it, baby. Let's go. 3-0. Woo! Come on. Holy smokes. You guys, I was literally just going to say this. Great minds think alike. Daniele Bucci. It's 3-0 or it's 0-0. That's it with Juve. 3-0 or 0-0. Beautiful play, though. Beautiful play. And that's what we need. But like I said, it's easy to play when you're, 2-0 up and everything like that. You got a disheartened team on the other side. We're at the 90th minute mark here. You're not going to get much for stoppage. 3-0 Juve. Chico gets his first. Love it. Smash that bus, baby. Smash that bus. Let's go. It took a PK goal to open the rest of it up, but hey, we deal with the next one when it comes. For now, this is what we needed. Oh, jeez. Ridiculous foul there from Friendrip on Cope Miners. Oh, but he tripped and fell. That's why. I was like, what are you doing? Gets a pass. 3 minutes of stoppage time, everybody. We're in the victory cruise control mode. Genoa coming up now, trying to get something out of this. Bremer easily blocks this one, shuts it down. Cambiaso collects from Cope Miners. Kefren Taram. And he's splashing this one out. Was looking Conceição's way. But it comes up short, and Genoa regroups. Luiz with a foul there, trying to win the ball back. All good. All good. I like this. I like this. This sets up my weekend fantastic. I got a little bit of work to do on EAFC to get in that weekend league. I'll probably get in there and attack that one. For those of you EAFC players out there that want to take part, we got a lot of Rush going. I'm creating our pro clubs for Rush. Got my own pro, Bertinho, done and created. So if you guys are players, you want to reach out, we'd love to have you and take part in the games. We've been playing a lot of Rush amongst the members. Myself, Bucci, Justin, Adam, we're all getting in there. Little foul here. Free kick here for Juve to defend. This is probably going to be the last sequence of the game. We're at 92 minutes, 26 seconds. It's 3-0. Perin sets up his wall right now, which consists of Cope Miners, Vlahovic, Danilo, giving the orders. Genoa's going to look to probably just hammer this thing and try to get something. Let's see this one out. Let's not lose the clean sheet late. Keep the streak going. And that thing, Jesus. It threatened a car in the parking lot. Not even close from Bohinen. And this should do it. Giardino walking over to Motta to shake hands. And there it ends, everybody. 3-0 victory for the good guys. Juve goes top of the table on 12 points. Let's go. Let's go. All right, let's go. Love it. Absolutely love it. We're going to have Leipzig on Wednesday, but for now, we enjoy the 3-0 victory. And hey, it's 3-0 or it's 0-0. Okay, 12 points, top of the table. Torino's on 5 games. They're at 11 points. The other team is Napoli on 10 points. So Napoli could overtake us with a victory. They will be facing, I believe it's Monza tomorrow. Yes. And Torino will be facing Lazio. So barring those games, for the time being, Juve is where they belong, at the top. Now, in terms of this one, we'll go over some of the ratings. We'll see who everyone's man of the match is, all right? But before, the ratings. Perin, 6.6. Actually, when called upon in a couple sequences, yeah, 6.5, I'm fine with. Danilo at a 6.8. No problem, 6.5. Kalulu at a 7.1. 6.5 probably consistently there. Bremer continues to lead at the back there. He's at a 7.5 this game. He had a fantastic game. 7 there for me. Ruhi at a 6.7. I had him at an even 6. I'm going to be honest. the way he made everything. He looked like he was running on ice today every time he had the ball. So for me, it's just an even 6. Fagioli at a 7. I love Fagioli's game. I think he had a strong game. I really, really liked him out there today. 7, yes. McKennie at a 7. I think he was around a 6.5. Definitely didn't cause us any problems. Did some good things up there. 6.5 for me. Gonzalez at a 7. Gonzalez started off slow, started to creep up, but I have him around 6.5. Colt Miners at a 7. I think Colt Miners had a good game. That assist was ridiculous. Okay, ridiculous assist for Vlahovic's second goal. Yildiz at a 6.6. I think that's fair. Around a 6.5 for Yildiz. Vlahovic is at an 8.5, obviously on 2 goals. PK being one of them. The second was fantastic. If I'm going to pick a man of the match here in this one, I think it's probably going to be between Fagioli and Vlahovic. And even off the bench, Luis looked good. Really, really good. Conceição looks dangerous. Chico looked really, really good. Okay? Really, really good. Savona, Cambiaso, we know what you get there. No surprises. Kefren Turam is going to have a say at what goes down in the middle of the pitch. I thought he should have started this game, but in the end, the decisions were good. But again, we get that PK from the handball. And until that point, we needed more pressure, more aggression to get after it. But there are some players that look like they can make a difference and an impact in hurting these defenses if you're going to let them get high. Chico's one of them. Luis is another one. But Kefren Turam showing he's going to have a say. For me, the man of the match, though, give it to the guy in question. Give it to the guy who needed to get the job done. He got a PK. He buried. The second goal, that's what we need him to do, especially if he's going to get fed balls like that one from Colt Miners. So Dusan Vlahovic, bravo. That is what we need from you. You brought it. Continue it. Continue it. Well done. He gets my man of the match. Man of the match for Wing of the Winter is Coney de Winter. There you go. Bremer getting a 10. Cope was good in the second half. Cope Miners is, again, when we find out where we want everybody, what roles we want them to fulfill, it'll get better and better. That game-breaking pass was actually different from where Cope Miners spent the majority of the first half because he was actually deeper, coming back, collect. But that's the thing with him. He mixes it up. He's not always up high. He will drop back in. He will rotate. He will collect and then distribute. Fantastic goal there. Cope Miners' intelligence. I keep talking about Cope Miners' intelligence. That dummy having the wherewithal to understand the play, the scenario, the build-up, that Chico's right there behind you, the dummy's fantastic. He knew. And quick look, let it go, and boom. Chico with a great finish, and he looked fantastic for every second that he stepped in there. This guy is super, super exciting for us, all right? And do you go ahead and start him against Leipzig Wednesday? Hey, we'll talk about that, okay? But storm the barn. It's time to get these all going. And I agree with you 100%, Alex. Cope is a complete player. Best on the team? Hey, I hope that there's others that can compete for it and make it a question. But his all-around game is spectacular, man. Like, he is good. Like I said, no flash. You ain't getting no flash with Cope Miners, but you're getting a very, very effective quality player. Loved it. Loved it. I still have no idea how Cope Miners didn't put that ball in from Chico's pass there low and hard on the side that left Golini flat-footed. That one will haunt Cope Miners, but he'll get on the score sheet. No doubt about it. Now, we get to storm the barns, all right? Waste no time. Let's go. Fire away. These came in a little bit earlier. DJ Cami V saying this team plays so much better when they have a goal in hand. What can they do to help facilitate goal scoring earlier in the match? Hey, for me, it's simple. I don't know about all you out there. It's the aggression. It's the aggression. It's that urgency. It's that speed, rate of play, tempo. You can't make it easy for the defenses, not in Italy when they try and clamp down. If you play slow, that plays to their hand. It's got to be quick. And your players that need to open up things like Chico, Nico, Yildiz. There was a little shift in the second half too with Yildiz coming off the flank and being a little bit more central, opened up a little bit more room for Rui and kept the defense a little more honest too. Little subtle tweaks and changes like that will all help and pay dividends, but essentially it's getting your key guys. We did a way better job positionally, spreading them out, keeping that center of the pitch honest and keeping players there occupying that space. But it's something that's going to come in time. But for me, it's the aggression, it's the attitude, it's that urgency, conviction. Second half, I would have, it seems silly to say, but the handball from Coney de Winter obviously opened things up for us, and it was easier after that happened. But for that brief period of time starting out the first half, it was quicker. Like they were looking to do things quicker, and that was a quick switch field to hit Rui, who tried the header into Yildiz. We got fortunate with the handball, but I was curious to see if we didn't get that and it remained 0-0, how long that urgency sits for and if we push harder. I think we let teams off the hook for first halves when they do this and they park the bus. I think we make it way too easy for them. 2 attempts in the first half, you got to come out with more when you have 70% possession. In the game as a whole, Juventus finishes with 12 total attempts, and they had 66% possession, and a lot of it, we could have had a lot more possession, but we went pretty relaxed after that. But for me, it's all about attitude and aggression in helping that. The players, as their chemistry ramps up, that will also help. But for now, we take this one, we move. We got Leipzig, which I expect a completely different game in Champions League and away from home. It'll be open. We'll get our opportunities. That's going to be a tough matchup. After Juve faces Leipzig, I believe we have Cagliari. Yes, so it'll be Cagliari. That'll be closed down. And then we are going to face Lazio in league play. So, again, get ready. 90% of the matches for us are going to look like this one in terms of what we're going to go up against. Let's see what happens. Now, when we get to this one from Andrew, what is your ideal starting defense, assuming everyone is healthy? I'm taking Cabal over Savona and Rui. For me, there's no question about it there as far as who I'm taking. But Cambiaso, 100%. Kalulu is almost a can't bench right now with how well he's playing. It has to be said. He had one misstep today, but he actually recovered fantastically. These guys, Savona is the one that is just the outlier. Cabal as well, but it's got to be Cambiaso, Gatti, Bremer, and Kalulu are my back four. I'll continue that way. Cambiaso on the left, Kalulu on the right, Gatti and Bremer in the heart. That's my 1A defense right now. But hey, Cabal, it's strange we haven't seen a lot of them since such a good start, positive start to the season. Savona is just on the fringe there. Just on the fringe there. And Alex P's been shouting for a while to get back to 3 CB setups and play Bremer, Gatti, and Kalulu. I'm not quite there just yet. Okay, I think we keep moving the way we're doing. I don't think there's any need to change. Rick, vamos, let's go. 3-0, baby, 12 points. Top of the table for now. Love it. Now, DJ Cam EV coming in again. This team plays... We already had that one from DJ Cam EV. Oh, he just fired it in twice, thinking I was going to miss it. I got it, brother. I got it. Forza Juve is Thuram reminding you of a young Paul Pogba. He hasn't showed it yet, but he has amazing technique, and at his size and passing ability, I think we might have our next deal Polpo. It's hilarious that you say this. Everybody, we have a link in the description to this video that goes to our playback. We have fun there. It's a much lighter style analysis. We watch compilation videos on players, etc. And when we started it, we came up with Khéphren Thuram. And we were watching some of his comps and some of his videos, some of his action. I literally said that he does, in a sense of the size, in a sense of how he drives from out of the midfield. There are some definite similarities there. But as far as completely, like, Paul Pogba is still, man, when it comes to playing, like, I will always say his ability and the things he can do, it's still definitely a high cut above. But there are some parts about the game that definitely share some similarities. But of course, not full. But yeah, definitely some similarities there. I can't wait to see more of Khéphren Thuram. I think he's a solid midfielder, and he still has so much untapped potential. And this is the thing. I hope that he can just grow. And one of the things we should talk about with him and the other guys on this team, we have a relatively young squad. We also talked about Juntoli with the extension to Imbangula to 2028 that got signed 2 days ago. That's now 16 players out of 26 that are on contracts for 4 years or more. If things go as planned and we can progress a lot of these guys, we are sitting pretty for the future. We really are. If all these guys, if Mota can continue to get these guys to progress. One of the things with the lineups and us second guessing them and who he's playing, who's starting, who's coming off the bench, the thing is, that's actually better for all of them. Keeps all of them sharper. We want these guys to come in and want to make that impact, want to show like, hey, I need to be starting. So if we're complaining about it, that is a good thing, because it tells you that the guys that are coming in are showing their stuff. And that's what we need. We need them to show us why they need to be on the starting lineup for the next game. Did some guys do that for you today? Absolutely they did. Chico should be starting against Leipzig, in my opinion, if he can go. And even if it's 45 minutes, he needs to be starting. This guy is electric. And I said this thing with him, and when we were talking about Gonzalez and all these guys in the Mercado and Chico's name came up, I said, bring me Conceição. The video proof is out there. You can all see it. I was hot on this guy. I think he can do some serious damage for us. I am pumped for Conceição. Yildiz and Nico, this comes from Alex P., struggled because of our fullbacks. Nico is very serviceable in my opinion. Give us a bit of unpredictability with his on-the-ball play. There's no problems with Nico. There's no problems with Yildiz either. And you're absolutely right with the fullbacks. And Rui gave assistance to Yildiz. The issue was Rui was very poor on the ball in the offensive third. Poor touches. It looked very unorthodox, uncoordinated, and without him posing a serious threat, it didn't really help, even though he was aggressive and forward. So it didn't really free up much for Yildiz because he wasn't really doing damage. But that'll work. That's half the step, is getting forward there and giving that option. Cope Miners positionally, I think, changed a lot for us. In terms of the right side, making the switch with Kalulu and Danilo, that was a smart change for Mota, because defensively we weren't suffering. We weren't being asked questions of. So doing that, fantastic. I would have liked to see it longer to see if Nico would have made better, but Nico's got good sequences. Nico just needs to stop with the cheap dispossessions. Once he locks in on that, it'll be good. But he's trying to be a protagonist. He's trying to take players on. He's trying to open something up for us. So it's hard to really say, he shouldn't be doing that or anything. You got to at some point give these guys freedom too and say, hey, do what makes you you. And creating chances, creating opportunities, breaking free of defenders is part of Nico's game. But the fullbacks getting forward is definitely much better. And again, that happens. Your central presence is there, and the fullbacks get up, and we kept them spread out. If you think about the game against Napoli, how easy they could shut down a flank and overload, Genoa wasn't able to do that because we had the presence in the center of the pitch and we spread them out. And again, for me, it's just aggression. It's just aggression and urgency. But positionally, Motta got it much, much better in this game than he did against Napoli. Ash coming in here. Why it's always either 0-0 or 3-0? Oh my God. I wish I could, answer that for you. But let me ask you a question. Everybody in the chat right now. The next game that comes in league, not Leipzig because we're going to anticipate a completely different game there, but the next game in league play, and it's going to be Cagliari. I'm going to anticipate that they're going to try and clamp down. Do you have more confidence now after this game, or are you at the same because it took a PK to break it down? Is your confidence up now the next time we face a clamp down defense? Or are you still the same? That's what I'm curious about. Because I'm kind of 50-50 on it. I wouldn't say we gained way more confidence, but I think we gained a little bit because Coat Miners and the way he was used positionally helped a lot today. And it was completely different. We also saw that tweak to Yildiz, which I think could help in the long run in terms of where he is positionally. The fullbacks we got forward, we definitely got more advanced on the pitch. And we were using everyone to get involved, spreading the ball out, and keeping the defense honest. I'd have to say I'm a little bit more confident, but one of the names, Chico, I think, opens things up a lot. And if you're going to get him on 1v1s, he's going to cook guys. He's going to cook guys, and a lot of chances will end up getting created from that. That kind of helps me too. But overall, positionally, how we use the guys and slightly more aggression with the fullbacks, I have a little bit more confidence. A little bit more. But again, we have to wait till the next time we face it to see. But Leipzig on Wednesday, that's going to be a tricky matchup away at Champions League. And I expect no clamp down. That's going to be open. It's going to be the way we like it. It's going to be a brilliant, brilliant watch. Can't wait for it. You guys, everybody, you know the drill. Like this video right now while you're in here. If you have any more Storm the Barn questions, if you got a question, fire it in right now. Otherwise, we are going to shut things down. You guys know where to be tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. Eastern time right here. We're going to have the gang with me. We're going to actually break this one down in full detail. We're going to take a look at everything in the post-match, in the aftermath, and the news, and obviously have eyes on the rest of the Serie A action, all right? But for today, as it sits, 3-0 Juve. The clean sheet streak continues, okay? The only club in any of the top 5 leagues to still not concede in league play. Brilliant. How long? Do we start taking wagers on how long we keep this clean sheet streak going? How long do you think? I'm enjoying watching that. We called it here. Motta is defense first. And from there, we work. Today, we got the job done. It's 3-0. We keep moving. We keep moving. And Genoa has clamped down on some good teams in Serie A. So we can't brush this one off aside. We keep working. We keep moving forward. Leipzig on Wednesday. Then Cagliari. Can't wait. You know the drill. Keep you up to date with the news. But tomorrow, live for the post-match podcast. Hope to see you all there. As always, fino alla fine. Forza Juventus. Ciao tutti. Take care.
Yeah.